Take a breath. Feel your heart. Focus. What matters to you? When all the voices out there are screaming at you, what is your heart saying? Therein lies your truth. And that is what will free you. The truth will set you free. Today is the day on my channel where I like to do Tarot Tuesday. Some people are afraid of tarot, and if that's you, then there's probably something in your shadow that you're afraid of looking at, because tarot is only bringing up shadow and an energy that we're dealing with. So it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just patterns. And if you're afraid of it, there's probably something there in your shadow that you're afraid of. So I think this is a good place to look at it. A safe, good place to look at it. So we're going to start with, I think we'll start with my new cards because they're kind of like a prayer. So I like to start with a prayer and an intention. And these are the Divine Beloved Oracle cards by Tasha Silver. And the pretty pictures are by Lasha Mutual. So just closing your eyes and going inward, focusing on your highest light. And we got intuition. God finds a way. And there's a tiger. Okay, so we're going to just do the prayer together, however you pray. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who can offer all major decisions to you. Let me trust you're always guiding me in the right directions. May I always remember that if something is meant to be, out of no way, God finds a way. Let go of your fear. Amen, and so it is. So let's look at the archetype cards first by Carolyn Mace. Let's see what kind of archetypes we are dealing with here. Archetypes are big patterns or stories that are rooted into our social system, our world. And they sometimes hold us back. But they can also show us how to move forward. Okay. We got a bunch. We got Warrior, Femme Fatale, Engineer, Father, Athlete, Shapeshifter, destroyer, and child divine. So that's a lot, but I do really think that that's a lot of what we're working with here. Let's see if we can figure out the story. And then let's see if maybe we want to do a family constellation with it to help move the energy. Okay, so warrior. The light attributes of warrior are strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. So we don't want to kill the ego, but we want the ego to surrender to the heart and the spirit. So the shadow attributes are trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay, so that's telling me that we need to do a bit of non-attachment and surrendering our will to the will of God so it can be purified and alchemized into our highest good and the highest good of all. The femme fatale highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. The shadow attributes are inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. So for me, I'd see that as the feminine, and these two are kind of, I would see these as the masculine and the feminine, and we have both the masculine and feminine within us, but these two are at war with each other. So we have these masculine attributes that are getting stuck in shadow, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost and indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. And we have these feminine shadow attributes that are also a part of this, that they're creating this dynamic right now in the world. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. The myth that the feminine is dependent on the masculine, when actually this should be in service to this. That's how it was meant to be. The warrior was meant to serve the mother and the family. The male was meant to serve the female in creating life. So we're very out of balance. We're very we have to shift this around. And the feminine needs to know that she's not dependent on anybody. She's very connected to spirit, to God, and to all of life. And that is what needs to lead us into the new earth. And the new earth is sustainable, and it's love and light and peace and connection and presence and freedom and everything that you're looking for. Okay, so now we have the engineer. I don't know if we need any of these other ones, actually. Let's just take those two. And I think these, well, actually, we do. We do need these. Let's see what the rest of the story is. Engineer, the light attributes are ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. The shadow attributes are reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So this tells me that we need to get creative in designing resolutions to these issues that our world is facing right now. We need to be creative. We need to allow our creativity to flow and not let, well, let's just see what the rest of the story is. Okay, the father. The light attributes are a talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. The shadow attributes are dictatorial control and abuse of authority. I don't think I need to say anything else about that. Okay, athlete. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Yes, okay. This is also what's going to lead us out. Dedication to transcending physical limits. We need to connect with our spirit. We're not going to be able to get out of this using just our bodies. Connect with your spirit. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. The shadow attributes are misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement, just brute strength. But the true athlete transcends physical limits, and their spirit and their heart are what create wins for them. Okay, destroyer. The light attributes are releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Okay. The shadow attributes are an intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Shapeshifter. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. The shapeshifter. I think this is my gift. I don't know if anybody else connects to this one. Shadow attribute are projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. And then the child divine. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. The shadow attribute is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Okay. Okay, so to me that's telling me that we need to unite all parts of ourselves and come into balance, come into integration, and be whatever aspect of love we want to bring into the world. What is that for you? Allow it to integrate. Take the time to let it integrate. So I'm working with the past, integrating my past, and my normal way of doing things is to, or the way that I have done things in the past is just to like keep running, keep doing it, like just like move forward without integrating the past. But I don't want to do that this time because I have, it was too much of a cost last time, and I'm entering the second half of my life and I want it to be great. So I can't do that anymore. I have to really look at the past to give myself time to integrate and understand, and then move forward fully integrated. So give myself that space. And I've been doing that. Because that is what gives us power. Fully integrating ourselves and all of our lessons. And all of our parts. So now I'm going to get more information from the Light Seers Tarot. One more deck I'm looking for. Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to end with... I'll end after the tarot with the Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay. What is going to help us navigate this week? Today is September 23rd. What is going to help us navigate through the end of September? What do we need to see? What strengths are we bringing? The sun. We're bringing the strength of the sun. When we unite all aspects of ourselves, that is the sun. When we're willing to look at everything, that is the sun. And when we're willing to bring ourselves out into the light and allow ourselves to be seen, we are the sun. And what we needed to look at was the Ace of Wands. And what forces are trying to work against us? Oh, it's our own fear of success. I keep getting that one. Okay. Six of Wands. Badass success, leadership, accomplishments, being seen, becoming an influencer, victory, optimism, inspiring others. I am worthy of this success, and I am grateful that I am seen. Okay, Spirit, lead me. We're just going to end with the Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, I didn't read you the Ace of Wands. Oh. I have to sneeze, but it's not coming. New ideas, the seed of potential, the arrival of inspiration, illumination, intense creativity, the mirror-like nature of consciousness, the interconnectedness of all things, the ability to manifest anything. I seed my brilliant future with the roots of creativity and inspiration. Step into yourself. Okay, now I just want to end with the Wisdom of the Oracle. I just got dizzy. I've been getting dizzy. Okay, what inspiration do you want to leave us with for the week? A leg up. A leg up. Okay, so we're going to be getting a leg up. 34. That's number 7, which is a spiritual number. So we're going to be getting a leg up from Spirit. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. The Oracle's message: you've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. The relationship message is: relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you, just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask, and it is given. Okay, so in my culture, which I live in the US, we have been taught to be fiercely independent and not to be interdependent. And so relationships are seen as a threat. So we have this double message of, we want to be in relationship, but we're taught that we shouldn't trust relationship. And we can't depend on anybody. So there's these forces that are working against each other. And I think like when we see right here, we can see that with these cards too, right? We've seen too much shadow to be able to trust that relationship can be healthy. There's like, in the shadow is like a codependent relationship. But what would it like to be in a healthy relationship? Can you imagine that? Prosperity message. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take steps toward your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. Okay. So we're going to end it there. Yeah, we're going to end it there. Go in peace to love and serve the world and honor your spirit. Honor spirit, the spirit that's in you, that's in everything. And so it is.